All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever really thought about what it takes to build a meaningful life? I mean, not just getting by, but actually constructing something incredible, something that lasts right from the ground up. Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today, the architecture of growth. Sometimes it all starts with a simple question. This one came from a memory of finding a shed snakeskin as a kid. And wow, it just gets right to the heart of things, doesn't it? It plants this incredible idea that maybe, just maybe, real growth isn't about adding more stuff, but about transforming into someone new. Every single great achievement, every cathedral, every skyscraper, it doesn't start with a brick. It starts with a vision, a blueprint. And for us, in our lives, that blueprint is an internal desire, a powerful dream that gets the whole project started. This is the seed. Everything else grows from here. So think about it this way. You're not just a passive observer in your own life. No way. You are the master gardener. You get to decide what you plant. You have to consciously, cultivate that inner world, water the seeds of good habits, pull the weeds of negative thoughts, and really tend to the garden that will eventually become, well, you. Okay, so if being a gardener is about preparing the soil, the rocket of desire is how you launch your dream into the stratosphere. It's the vehicle that's designed to break free from gravity. And you're the chief engineer. It's your job to get this thing off the ground. So, how do we build this thing? It's actually pretty straightforward. First, you need a crystal clear vision. That's the rocket's mass, its substance. Second, the fuel. That's your passion, your excitement, that positive emotion that makes you want to fly. And finally, the engine. This is crucial. That's your discipline, your consistent action. You need all three, or that rocket is just a lawn ornament. And if you want to know what the best kind of fuel looks like, look no further. This is 9-year-old Chance just describing his business idea. There's no what if, no self-doubt, just this pure, unfiltered vision where helicopters drop off cars and everyone has fun. That kind of passion, that wild creativity, that's the high-octane stuff that really gets a dream airborne. Okay, so you've got the vision. You're fueled up with passion. But a rocket that's just sitting on the launch pad isn't going anywhere, right? To actually break inertia and build real powerful momentum, you need an engine. And that engine is discipline. It's all about consistent action. And this is a game changer. We have to get this difference between an intention and a system. An intention is like a wish. I need to exercise more. It depends entirely on motivation, which, let's be honest, comes and goes. But a system is a process. It's built for the real world. It plans for you being tired. It makes sure you do something, even on the bad days. That's how you make progress. And here is a perfect, beautifully simple system. This was the rule in a weight room. Every Friday, our max plus 5. That's it. Not 50 pounds, not some heroic, impossible lift, just 5. It's a tiny, incremental gain that week after week builds absolutely incredible strength over time. And what does a simple, repeatable system like that lead to? It leads to this: 140 pounds. A huge, life-altering result. And it wasn't achieved in one single burst of effort, but through something much, much more powerful. See, that number? That belongs to a guy who lost the weight just by walking. Every single day for a year and a half. That's it. He was just locked in. It shows you, plain as day, that the real superpower isn't some crazy intensity. It's consistency. That is the engine that will carry you anywhere you want to go. All right, so we're building, right? We're adding new habits, we're creating these amazing systems, but here's the part we sometimes forget. Real growth isn't just about addition. It's also about subtraction. It's about having the courage to let go of the things that are weighing you down. Let's circle back to this amazing image. Think about it. A snake can't grow just by getting bigger inside its old skin. It can't. To move to the next level, it has to shed the old one. It's this fundamental, absolutely necessary act of renewal. You have to leave the old you behind to make room for the new. And this idea connects perfectly to our rocket metaphor. You know how real rockets shed their massive booster stages after they've used up their fuel? They do it for a reason: to get lighter, to go faster, to be more efficient.
For us, those boosters might be self-doubt, or the discouraging words of others, or even past accomplishments that we're clinging to. Letting them go is a strategic move. It's how you gain momentum.
Now, look, this part isn't always going to feel good. Letting go can sting a little. It can feel like you're losing something. But that discomfort, that's a sign that transformation is actually happening. You have to embrace it. It means you're on the right track. There's this ancient metaphor, getting rid of the old yeast, and it basically gives us a spiritual checklist of things we need to shed. Unforgiveness, bitterness, rage, resentment. These are the things that spoil the whole batch from the inside out. To become new, to really act with sincerity and truth, you've got to clear out all that internal junk first. So we've sparked our vision, we've built our engine of discipline, we've shed what's holding us back. So what's left? What's the final stage of this whole architecture? It's when we move beyond ourselves. It's when we take all that personal growth and start building a structure that can support and lift up other people. The guiding principle here is what's called a king's mentality. And let's be clear, this has nothing to do with ruling over people. It's about ruling yourself. It's a mindset of total self-mastery, of taking complete ownership of your life and your choices, and then using that strength to serve your community. It's the big shift from me to we. And this is exactly what that mentality looks like when you put it into practice. It becomes your mission. Your goal is no longer just about your own success. It's about building a solid foundation so that future leaders can succeed. Your personal growth becomes a platform for everyone else. So how do you actually build that community? Well, a JROTC team came up with these simple rules for becoming a second family. And look how beautifully human they are. You bond quickly. You have faith in each other. You eat together. You get hurt together. You even cry together. You build that unbreakable structure through shared experience and just being there for each other no matter what. And ultimately, this brings us to the highest purpose of the entire structure we're building. This quote reminds us that a true legacy is about completion. It's about finishing the work you were put here to do. It's about serving a mission that's way bigger than just yourself. So you see, this whole architecture of growth is really a journey. It takes us from a private vision inside our own heads to a public legacy that serves the world. Which brings us to the final question. It's not just about what you've built, but who you've built it for. I'll leave you with that to think about.